This is WTOP's Ari Ash doing a ticket buster here on the 3400 block of Idaho Avenue Northwest. In fact, we're just down the street from WTOP, pointing out some signs that DDOT will be fixing as part of a story we'll be airing. So I want to show you some of the signs on this block and show you the errors. So first off, we have a bunch of signs over here. Most of them are right except one. No standing or parking anytime between here and the traffic light is correct. That actually should be put onto the pole that's on the right here to remove that sign that says no standing or parking anytime, which has no arrow whatsoever. The red sign on the left is the one that should be up there above the green sign. The green sign, 2-hour parking 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday, pay to park at all times above with an arrow pointing in this direction, is 100% correct. I want you to ingest that information because this is the sign that should be on the entire block, and as I walk down you will see that is in fact not the case. 2-hour parking 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday, pay to park at all times above with an arrow pointing in a direction. As I walk down here, you'll see in a second one of the signs, one of several on this block that are wrong, that DDOT will be fixing after we brought it to their attention, and the sign is right here. 2-hour parking, and the time's another issue. The sign down there says 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. The time here says 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. So that 30-minute window from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. is something that DDOT will also need to address. But the more important thing is there's no arrow pointing in either direction. It should be actually a bi-directional arrow. And then the words pay to park at all other times above. The word other is confusing and completely unnecessary, and DDOT agrees that should not have been there. It should just say pay to park at all times above. Other implies you'd have to pay at 2:30 in the morning or 3 in the morning. So that sign needs to be fixed, and you'll see that unfortunately that sign is in a number of places across the block. So we're going to walk down here to the left. There's going to be another sign, and yet again we have the same issue. First, a no standing or parking anytime with no arrow whatsoever telling anyone what direction that covers. The arrow should be pointing to the right if the intent of the sign is to cover this small little portion of the curb here, and then this entrance to what is a parking garage, and a sign indicating you can't park in front of the entrance to the garage. That makes sense. There should be an arrow pointing to the right. And then a 2-hour parking sign, 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pay to park at all times above, not all other times above, with an arrow pointing to the left. So these two signs are wrong, and DDOT is going to have to go out and fix them. They tell us that this was a contractor that put up these signs, and the contractor clearly made an error, and it's now their job to correct that error, and that they will do so. Once again, two signs incorrect. No standing or parking any time with no arrow. An arrow should be pointing in this direction. Again, letting people know, if people don't already know, that you can't park in front of this entrance to this garage over here. So the no parking or standing anytime with an arrow to the left. And then a 2-hour parking sign, 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Pay to park at all times above, not all other times above. And a arrow pointing to the right in this direction. Walk down to the last two signs. And this sign over here is actually correct. So again, this is an example of what the signs should be looking like. But the other issue that needs to be addressed by DDOT is these signs say 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. The signs from the contractor say 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. But this sign is right. No parking anytime with an arrow pointing to the right, letting you know that you can't park within 25 feet of a stop sign or an intersection. And then a 2-hour parking, 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Pay to park at all times above. No word of other, because the word other should not be there, with an arrow pointing in this direction. We'll walk down to the last sign here, and then we'll be done with this video. So again, another example of an incorrect sign. No parking at any time, no arrow, no information pointing towards the intersection, which is literally right here. And the 2-hour parking sign has no arrow pointing to the left, indicating this area over here. And then there's the discrepancy of the time. This says 7:30 a.m. The correct signs on the block say 7 a.m. and it says pay to park at all other times above, with the word other being confusing and unnecessary. Thank you very much for watching our video.